What is going on, everybody? It's Matt Marchese, also known as Islanders Daily, your daily news from the four-time Stanley Cup champions, New York Islanders. And what an exciting game it was today. The New York Islanders were able to defeat the San Jose Sharks 4-3. And like I said, what an exciting game. But the Islanders always got to make it something at the end with the empty net, with the team's empty net. And, letting them, get a chance. It's always something with the Islanders that gets your heart racing, you're nervous, you never know what's going to happen. But the Islanders were able to hold on and walk away with a 4-3 win. And now that is 3 straight wins for the New York Islanders, becoming 500 on the season. And like I said, this is a brand new team. The way that season started, it looked like we might never win a game. Now we've won 3 games in a row, and they've been playing great hockey, the New York Islanders. Obviously, the Sharks aren't that great of a team. They're 0-4-2 on the year. But watching the Sharks, I'm not somebody who really watches the Sharks because it's just out west, not really a team. They have a lot of good young players on that team. I knew they had a lot of young players and decent, talent. But they were way better than I thought. So I'm kind of shocked that they have not won a game yet. They definitely seem like a team who should have won a game. And I feel like in years past, the Islanders would have been the team to lose this game and give the Sharks the first win of the year. But not today. The New York Islanders were able to win 4-3. And yeah, they played great. They played great hockey, the Islanders. And I just want to say, pointed out a stat, Matthew Schaefer tied Marek Zidlicki for the longest point streak by a rookie defenseman to start a career. So that is really, really awesome. Matthew Schaefer has been better than advertised for the New York Islanders. And that's what we could ask for. I mean, he had his first multi-point career game today with an assist and a goal for the New York Islanders, which is definitely great news. That is exactly what we want to hear. And yeah, so Schaefer has been playing great hockey, and he looked like the best. And again, the Islanders, there's not really a player I can say played bad. I mean, there was definitely moments. I think the Islanders were very sloppy in that first period. But I think we all knew the Sharks were going to come out flying, trying to get that win. But the Islanders looked very sloppy in that first period. They were giving up way too many chances in the slot area for the Sharks. They just kept seeming to get open in the middle of the ice and getting great opportunities. So the Islanders definitely something they want to clean up on defensively. I think Tony DeAngelo was really struggling, and we even saw him get benched late in that second period for Matthew Schaefer. He came back, and I thought he played very good in the third period. So I think that was something he needed to get benched there a little, refocus up, and get back to the game, because I think Tony DeAngelo played a very solid third period of hockey. I do think Maxim Sipikov struggled today. I don't think he played too good. I don't know what it is with that guy. I don't know if it's mental, but he should be better than he is. Obviously, I don't think he played a bad game. I don't think he was horrendous, but I think there's moments that, he turned the puck over a lot. He had some opportunities, didn't make some of the best decisions, but nothing, I can't rag on. And then those are kind of the only players who I think played, a little iffy. But, man, the Islanders, Bo Horvat, after I went on that whole rant about him not being able to finish, it seems like every time that guy gets the puck, he's going to score. He's living up to his nickname, Bo Scorvat, right now. 5 goals on the year, another power play goal for the Islanders, and that's another story. The special teams were great. Yes, they gave up that shorthanded goal, but the special teams looked unbelievable tonight, which is definitely a good sign going forward. So, yeah, Bo Horvat played good, and actually the fourth line did score a goal. Casey Cizikas scored a goal. Puck bounced right to him, and he didn't make a mistake about it. Emil Heineman continues to play very good hockey for the Islanders with another power play goal. And that's, he's better than I thought he was going to be, Emil Heineman. He's a gritty player. I like that type of player. He's greasy. He gets into the dirty areas. He's not afraid to throw the body. He's got a good shot. And the goal he scored today was a greasy goal. He just pushed it right past Askarov and made it a 3-2 game. And that was all in the first period. There was 5 goals scored in the first period. What is this? I don't remember the Islanders being this high-octane offense here, but they were today. Scoring 4 goals. Obviously, Askarov, I think, played very poorly for the San Jose Sharks. I do think he stepped it up later on in the third period. But yeah, the Islanders, what a fun game. And then Schaefer, watching him, he's just such a smart hockey player. The things he does are things that no 18-year-old rookie defenseman should be doing. And at this moment in time when I'm recording this, he is the NHL's leader in points for a defenseman so far this season. So who would have thought, man? What a start to the season. And he was named the first star for the New York Islanders today. And yeah, so it was just a good game. The Islanders really did what they had to do. They played well. And again, the Islanders were outshot in this game 36-27. So now they are 3-0 in games where they are outshot and 0-3 in games where they outshoot their opponents. So the Islanders got to keep up with that. You never want to be outshot, but for some reason it's working for the New York Islanders. I don't know how or why, but hey, it is what it is. And then the Islanders went 2 for 3 on the power play, but I think all 3 power plays looked very, very good for the Islanders. They were passing the puck cleanly, getting shots to the net, getting the Sharks a little confused. And this is the best the power play has looked for the Islanders in quite some time. And I don't know what they've done. I mean, after putting Schaefer as QB1 on the power play, it has just turned around. I mean, Barzal looks unbelievable there. Horvat looks great. Drouin is playing solid. So it's clearly worked out for the New York Islanders what they've been doing on the power play. And they killed all 3. They went 3 for 3 on the penalty kill today. And that's what we needed. Yes, the Sharks scored that shorthanded goal, but I remember Brendan and Thomas Hickey saying the Sharks power play was very good and the Islanders were able to neutralize it. And that's all you could ask for. That's what they did. So yeah, I do want to give some shout-outs to players. I mean, Simon Holmstrom played great. Yes, he didn't score, but Simon Holmstrom's defense he played today for the Islanders was unbelievable. I mean, I felt like every time that guy was on the ice, he was making a play. I mean, in the end of that game, he made a great sliding block to, potentially save a grade A opportunity. He was working hard on the forecheck. He got on a breakaway, couldn't score. It just seems like he can't buy a goal right now. But he did everything right today, Simon Holmstrom. And this comes after that Patrick Wall was potentially thinking about benching him for this game. Obviously, he didn't get benched, and great thing he didn't. Holmstrom went out there with something to prove. He wanted to say, hey, I deserve to be in this lineup every single night, and he did. Holmstrom, what a game from Holmstrom. Obviously, Schaefer played great. Barzal just continues to impress me from that knee injury. He looks fast. He looks healthy. He's passing the puck great. Obviously, he makes some mistakes, but that's Matt Barzal. You're going to live and die with those mistakes because he's such a talented player. And yet, Ilya Sorokin, this is the game we needed from Ilya Sorokin. He didn't let in any soft goals. The 3 goals that were scored on him were grade A opportunities for the Sharks that would have been amazing if he did save them. So he saved every shot he was supposed to. And when the Sharks had the net empty, he was making great save after great save, keeping the Islanders in this game in that third period. That's what he did. Obviously, Macklin Celebrini scored that goal in the third period, but that was a defensive breakdown. But yeah, Sorokin, this is the game we needed from him. He looked strong. He looked good. Hopefully this gets his confidence up, and he's ready to keep going for the season and build off this. Obviously, David Riddick will be playing against the Detroit Red Wings, per Patrick Waugh at the last presser, but this was a good game. This was a good game for Ilya Sorokin, and I'm excited. And yeah, so the Islanders just continue to look better and better and better as the season has gone on. Obviously, I think this is probably the worst game they've played out of their last 3 wins. I think that first period was just very sloppy play from the Islanders. They can easily play better than that. I know they can play better than that. And yeah, so the Islanders continue, you're back to 500 now. All of a sudden, I'm a flip-flopper. I go with the way the wind blows, man. If the Islanders are playing bad, I'll act like it's over. If the Islanders are playing good, I think they have a chance for the Stanley Cup. But, it's just more fun that way. It's just more fun for me that way. It gets me more into the season. But yeah, I just can't believe that some of these players, obviously Bo Horvat looks rejuvenated. He looks great, and I'm excited to see Bo Horvat playing. Barzal, besides Schaefer, I think he's, every time Barzal is on the ice, you think he can make something happen. And that's what he's been doing this season to start the year off. And I'm happy that we have that Matt Barzal back, because missing him last year definitely hurt the Islanders bad, I think. But to see him doing that, it's good. And Bo Horvat, he's scoring goals. This is what we needed. He's scoring goals. He had a wicked shot on the power play to score. And I'm excited. I'm excited for what the Islanders are doing. Obviously, now is crucial time. You obviously play Detroit next, and then you go on a little bit of a long road stretch for the Islanders. After Detroit, you play Philly and Philly. You play Boston and Boston. You play Carolina and Carolina. You play Washington in Washington. and then you're back home. So it's going to be the first real stretch for the Islanders. And then you play 3 games at home. Obviously, this is looking far in the future. But then you go on another long road trip where you play 1 or 5, 6, 7, I think that is. 4, 3, 7 road games again. So the Islanders, they're playing home games, then they're playing road games. It's not really a lot of 1-1 here, there. So the Islanders, important time here, and they look improved. Obviously, the first couple games were rough. But, those games they lost now are looking like, Pittsburgh Penguins are 5-2 who you lost to. The Washington Capitals are 5-2 who you lost to. The Winnipeg Jets are 5-1 who you lost to. So you played 3 very strong teams. Obviously, a lot of people thought the Penguins were going to be bad this year, but they look good to start the year off with their new coach. And Winnipeg 5-1, Washington 5-2. So you played very good teams, and yes, you almost beat Pittsburgh. You kind of got waxed by both Winnipeg and Washington. But after those games, something must have clicked for the Islanders, and they're starting to figure it out, and this is what we need. Obviously, our next game is against a good Detroit team who's 5-1 right now as recording this. So it's going to be – the Islanders got some – they got some momentum going. We heard Schaefer's post, after being named the first star of this game. He was trying to pump the fans up. I love that, man. He was getting the fans riled. He was getting them ready to go, saying they do it for us. And that's what we need. We need a guy like Matthew Schaefer here. And obviously, I think Barzal enjoys playing with him. Those two guys seem to have great chemistry already. And that's what we need because, Schaefer has been unbelievable for us. Barzal has been great. Horvat has been great. Lee, after I've trash talked him, has played 2 very solid games. And I'm happy Anders Lee is playing better. So I really wonder if it was just rust for the Islanders to get the year going. And these guys are finally starting to get their feet under them and get going. Because they've looked good. They have looked good. Obviously, Alexander Romanov was out again for this game. Boquist filled in, and I think Boquist did his job. I think, you didn't really notice him. Obviously, he had a couple good shots, but I'd much rather you not be noticed than be noticed for the wrong reasons. So that's good for Boquist. I've actually kind of liked Boquist playing. I don't know if I'd put Boquist with D'Angelo as they are kind of similar type of players, but no complaints there as the Islanders continue to win now 3 in a row, and they're back to 500. So who knows? It's an exciting time. Early season, it feels like yesterday I was losing my mind on the Islanders. And it's crazy. It's crazy. And I do want to say something that I have someone saying, why am I complaining about line changes and stuff? I'm not really complaining about these line changes. It's just to, bring interaction to this channel, obviously. I was more so saying you won 2 games in a row. Why are you making a change? It didn't matter. The Islanders did win this game again, but I do think Siplikov struggled, and I do feel like Patrick Waugh is not the biggest Siplikov fan. So I don't know. That fourth line is going to be changing a lot this season, I feel like. Obviously, Holmstrom was on the fourth line to start this game. He got moved up to the third line for good reasons. He was playing great hockey today. Simon Holmstrom, probably his best game of the year. Actually, definitely his best game of the year. Couldn't get a goal. He almost had one, but couldn't buy one. But I'll take the defensive play of Holmstrom. He saved a goal by blocking that. I don't know if Sorokin would have saved it. He probably could have. But you never know. Holmstrom get in front of that. And the Islanders are now 3 in a row. It's been exciting watching the Islanders. The games have been exciting. It feels new. I don't remember, the Islanders were always that boring team with Lou Lamoriello. They had no personality. The Islanders now on social media have a personality. These games are exciting. This game had me on the edge of my seat watching it. Who would have thought that an Islanders-Sharks game would have me on the edge of my seat? But it did. It did. It was a fun game, and I'm so happy to see the Islanders being fun again. And, I just hope the Islanders can keep it up now because at this point, just keep trying to win. Keep going for it. Keep winning. It's time. It's time to, play hockey. The Islanders, 3-3. That's all we need. So, as always, leave your guys' comments down below. I'll respond. I'll try and respond to most of the comments in the comments section. And as always, let's go Islanders.